Thank God it is a special day for American College and Tamil Heritage Foundation International, because nearly 750 plus participants all over the world are registered in this program. We will start the program with prayer by Dr. Justin Jabaraj.
Our loving Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us a wonderful day. Lord, help our hands to do all things loving, kind, and true. Lord, bless our principal, all the HODs, eminent professors, and the staff who involved in here. We give you all the dignitaries and the participants. Bless them and lead us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yeah, thank you. Really, it's a special occasion because the entire world is talking about smart city concepts. It's a more of a corporate type of discussions happening all over the world. But special thanks to the Tamil Heritage Foundation International to give a chance to discuss this topic, sustainable and smart village concepts, which is prevalent all over the world, and more specifically the component of green economics, a component of Gandhian economics, component of Indian economics. So it's a very wonderful session. Now I request and invite our principal, Dr. Dominic Christopher, Principal and Secretary of the American College, to inaugurate this international webinar. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, friends. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
Yes. International webinar on sustainable and smart villages. Respected PG and Research Head of the Department of American College, Dr. Muthuraja, Dr. Kannabiran, the UG Head, our good friend, Dr. Subhashini from Germany, who is going to felicitate, and guest speakers, Ms. Welbri Beliana from Jakarta, Indonesia, Dr. Kannan, the alumni from Malaysia, faculty of American College and other colleges, and student friends. Great day to all. First of all, I must congratulate the head of the Postgraduate and Research Department of Economics of the American College and its staff, and thanks to the resource persons, Dr. Subhashini, the founder president of TFHI Germany, the director of Kadigay, and TFHI Virtual Academy of Excellence, and Dr. Welbri Beliana, the founder and CEO of Greenwave NGO Jakarta, Indonesia, and Dr. Kannan, the MD Smart Green Consultancy from Malaysia, for accepting our request to be the chief guest. Department of Economics of the American College has a great tradition and one of the popular departments among all. A lot of alumni occupied the political and other higher positions in India. Their alumni spread all over the world. Not only the faculty, but also the students are vibrant. The economics department of the American College is such a popular department. Congratulations for your wonderful initiation in international webinar on sustainable and smart villages. A wonderful topic in collaboration with Tamil Heritage Foundation International. Friends, entire world kept quiet even after 1.5 years. What we are going to do, don't know. We have to find out how to overcome these kind of hurdles and problems that the entire humanity is facing now. Anything we have to accept. We have to adapt ourselves for any kind of situation. This is God's will. God gave a chance to think about our future. Yes, it's a God-given break in tech world. Yes, it is an exercise to all to face tomorrow's world. In this kind of situation, many departments in the college came forward to conduct webinars, workshops, conferences for the benefit of their students, faculty, and also to the researchers and public. Likewise, the economics department, they are organizing an international webinar on sustainable and smart villages now. Earlier, they have organized many such webinars with a lot of participants from all over the world. This topic is a new one. The whole world is focusing on COVID-19, whereas the economics department, along with Tamil Heritage of International, focusing on sustainable and smart villages. As Mr. Kannan pointed out, we have a memorandum of understanding with many villages. We have adopted many villages through the service learning program and through NSS. I do appreciate the efforts of PG and Research Department of Economics for organizing such a useful webinar. In American College, we have BA Economics, MA Economics, BA Economics in both Tamil and English medium, and world-class postgraduate, and also it's a research department. I appreciate their social concern. Friends, I am happy to inaugurate the national level webinar on sustainable and smart villages, organized by the PG and Research Department of Economics of the American College to the students, researchers, and public during the lockdown period caused by the COVID-19, along with Tamil Heritage Foundation International. It's my pleasure to thank again the resource person, Dr. Subhashini, the founder president of TFHA Germany, director of Pedigay, Dr. Vebri Veliana, the founder and CEO, Greenwave NGO Jakarta, and Dr. Kannan, MD Smart Green Consultancy, Malaysia, for accepting to be the resource persons in the national webinar today. Dr. Subhashini is a good friend of mine as well as our college. Whenever she visits India, she used to visit our college. She's a vibrant woman interested in organizing such needy programs. She traveled all over the world and has a lot of experience in conducting such webinars. And also Dr. Kannan from Malaysia is our alumni, also a good friend of many of us. Hope this program will be useful to all. Once again, I congratulate the Faculty of Economics, webinar coordinators, Dr. Usha from American College, Dr. Vivekanandan from Tamil Heritage Foundation International, Chennai, UG head Dr. Kandabiran, PG head Dr. Muthuraja, and the faculty and students for their wonderful initiative. God bless.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Really, we must thank on behalf of the committee. Normally, any program will start with welcome address. Purposely, we invited our institutional head because our institutional head gave a big boost to the department as well as this program. That's why first we invited our principal. Now, before inviting Dr. Subhashini, I requested Dr. K. Usha to officially welcome the participants and leaders, please.
Good afternoon to respect. Good afternoon to respected dignitaries and all the participants of the first international webinar. It's my great pleasure for his presence today. This webinar is a collaborative effort of Tamil Heritage Foundation International, and PG and Research Department of Economics, the American College, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. I welcome the Chief Patrons, Dr. M. Davamani Christopher, Principal and Secretary, the American College, and Dr. K. Subhashini, Founder, President of Tamil Heritage Foundation International, Director of Kadigai, Germany, and on behalf of PG Research Department of Economics, I welcome our guest speakers, Dr. Webri Velaina, founder and CEO of Greenway NGO, Jakarta, Indonesia, and Dr. N. Kannan, MD, Smart Green Consultancy, Malaysia, for this program. And also I welcome the convener, Dr. C. Muthuraja, Head of Postgraduate Department of Economics, and I extend my warm welcome to G. Kannapiran, Head UG Graduate Department of Economics, and faculty members. We welcome all the dignitaries and participants across the world. It's my duty to welcome the organizing committee members. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Usha. It's a great pleasure to invite Dr. Subhashini. Normally, individuals are known as an individual, but here Dr. Subhashini is known as an institution. How an individual become an institution, that's an example of Dr. Subhashini, because every people who loves Tamil knows about Subhashini and her team, along with Dr. Kannan. It's more or less like getting more energy from Subhashini. I humbly request Dr. Subhashini to give a big felicitation to this program as well as to American College. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon and vanakkam to all of you in this forum. I welcome the guest speakers of this event, Professor Dr. Narayanan Kannan and Ms. Webri Veliana, and all participants. I understand that Ms. Veliana is from Indonesia, and also a few members from Indonesia is here. So my selamat petang also. I do speak Malay. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. M. Devamani Christopher and the management of American College to join hand in organizing this event today. A special thanks and congratulations to Dr. Muthuraja for approaching Tamil Heritage Foundation with this idea, which eventually developed up to this level today, and where we are all now being together here in this forum to discuss on a very important topic that concerns the people all over the world, that is sustainable and smart villages. Basically, my grandparents are from a village in the Tanjore district. Though my mother migrated to Malaysia and later I moved out of Malaysia and settled in Germany, Europe, I used to admire farming culture in Germany. And even in small cities and outskirts of large cities, there we can see large fields filled up with crops, and natural fertilizers are heavily used throughout Germany. And even though Germany claimed to be the largest country that manufacture and sell chemical fertilizers all over the world, and farming becomes an essential part all over the world, not limited by boundaries and climate. And the notion of how we can develop smart villages and sustain them in order to create opportunities to lead a life that does not harm nature is the top priority for all of us here. And I strongly believe today the audience will get ample exposure to tons of ideas from our special guest. And stay tuned and make use of this forum to enhance your knowledge. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you. And a small information to Dr. Christopher. I just landed in Tamil Nadu 2 days back, and I'm in Tamil Nadu now. And I will be taking my tour next week. And most probably I will be coming there to Madurai as well, probably for 1 day. So if there's a chance, then I will come to the college as well. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
I think unmute. Mr. Muthuraja is.
Thank you, madam. Normally in Tamil Nadu, people are saying they won't recognize Tamil Ponnu in Tamil Nadu, whereas a Tamil Ponnu is ruling entire world through Tamil Heritage Foundation International. Thanks for your valuable blessings and felicitations.
Thank you.
Now I am very happy to introduce popular international speakers, but after going through the full-fledged CV, I think there is no need to introduce them into the audience. For a grammar reasons, I must introduce these big people. First speaker, Dr. Webri Velina. Dr. Webri Velina is a female environmental leader committed to helping Indonesian communities become safe and sustainable with the local economies that grow in harmony with the environment. It's very rare to see many women are engaging with the green activities. One such leader is Dr. Webri. Despite having a degree in education, and her longest profession was in the airline business, in 2016, Webri decided to follow her heart and commit her life to environmental service. A great shift. Through a combination of self-learning and volunteer projects, he developed the Panka Krida, I don't know the language, environmental preservation system. Then in 2017, Webri founded Green Wave, an international NGO, a non-profit focused on waste management and environmental preservation. It's a great news for many individuals. Her organization has been working together with the government of Wana City Village, a local environmental workers group called Bangakala Wana Sedi. I don't know the correct pronunciation. I'm using my Tanglish. Social marketing at the Griffith University Australia Awards, Circular Economy Club, and Women's Earth Alliance to make Wana City a leading circular economy village in 2021. Eventually, Wana City has been inaugurated as an educational tourism village with a theme of waste management based on circular economy by the region of Pakistan Regency in 05 March 2021. Because of time consideration, I'm not able to fully go through the entire thing. It's a entire CV will be uploaded for our participants for convenient purpose. I hope our participants will disturb these two speakers in near future for many programs. Next speaker, Professor Dr. Narayanan Kannan. Dr. Narayanan Kannan is essentially an interdisciplinary person with a background in biology and chemistry, with a specific focus on environmental problems. He done some basic taxonomy on pesticides, on household pests during his BSc, MSc, it was during 1970-75. He got into environmental analytical chemistry during his PhD work in India during 76-85. He is also popular in the form of his work. That means he developed in India a work called what we call Mango Karacho Fellowship in Japan in terms of interdisciplinary focus with the science background, where he continued the environmental studies on industrial trace chemicals such as PCPs, taxons, etc. And this international training and the teaching experience gave Dr. Narayanan Kannan the power to be adaptive and innovative in his research at UBM Malaysia. With his essential teaching load on environmental courses, he also worked on environmental problems in Malaysia. He developed a simple semi-preamble membrane devices to monitor air pollution. That means he is more or less like environmental activist in terms of researcher. With minimum equipment and measurement techniques like GCMS, HSGCFID, AAS, we are able to measure toxic chemicals in waste motor engine oil, atmosphere, and marine sediments. And more specifically, I must make a very important mention, what do you call his academic endeavor in this field. With a high index of 37, Dr. Kannan, with his international publication citation, is considered one of the top 10 experts in the field of environmental taxonomy. I repeat, he considered one of the top 10 experts in the field of environmental taxonomy because, well, only few people are working and researching in this field at global level. We are going to be proud of Dr. Narayan and Kannan. I think we have a very long list. We have videos also about these two speakers. Because of time consideration, I'm limiting myself by way of introducing with the minimum points. Really, again, I must thank these two speakers on behalf of the American College and the Tamil Heritage Foundation International. Without wasting my time, I straight away inviting Dr. Webri to present her own presentation. I think each presenter, they're going to take 35 to 45 minutes by way of sharing own thoughts. After two presentations, we'll have an interaction. I think we will invite experts and participants to ask more questions. Then we will wind up. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Webri. Really, it's a very wonderful presentation. Really, it's an international webinar. We are able to see international faces, international culture, international languages. Again, I must thank Dr. Subhashini and Dr. Kannan for making this event very, very international in character. And now the floor is open for the interaction. I know it's very difficult to allow all the participants to ask questions or to allow all the people to speak. But as a random, we will give a chances to few leaders and friends. The feedback form is also on the way. Within few minutes, you will get a feedback form. And all the people who are giving feedback, you will get a certificate. If you find any difficulty, we please contact us. We will support you. Now it's a time for interaction. Those who are interested to raise some points or clarifications or suggestions, please raise your hand. We'll give a chance. First chance goes to Mr. Rugul Amin. Yes. Amin, please. It's a humble request to all the people, those who are raising hand, be sharp at your question, only one question or only one point, because we must give more chances to many people, please.
Unmute.
Mr. Rugul Amin, please, you can speak.
He has to unmute. It's muted.
Please unmute yourself.
Maybe the
Rugul, actually, we given a privilege to you. Please, you can unmute yourself.
Maybe we go to the next one.
I think he's finding some difficulty. Maybe invite other people. Mr. Maran Nandan, please.
Okay.
Now it's your time.
Okay. Good evening. I'm talking from Sydney, Australia, and great. I was listening to Webri's talk earlier, and she has touched about Australia's system. And I'm very much close to the Olympic Park, where the Olympic Park is built here. And it is one point of time, it was actually a vestige place. But this has been completely recovered, and it's becoming, Olympic Park was built on it. So that is an example how we can coordinate. And I myself did my LLM in water law. And as we all know, the civilization starts in the river. One of the hurdles which we face everywhere, even in Australia, including Australia, was where the authorities, the public, the system is not well managed. For example, Dr. Kannan is from Malaysia. He knows how the Putrajaya lake has been built, but they themselves facing the same problem when it comes to management of the water. So what I want to know, to be very precisely, in the Asian countries, we have mainly, besides the awareness, the law, we have hurdles like every state. For example, in India, in Malaysia, the state laws are the laws and regulation ordinance, which is actually blocks, okay, for a central authority to coordinate. for example, in Australia also we had Murray Basin Darling, which was once, and then when the corporation comes from center, then they could revive. So is there any project or similar projects where India or Malaysia can revive and look into that? That's all my comment. Yeah.
Thank you, Moran. I hope Dr. Kannan will respond the information, the valuable information shared by Mr. Moran. Can I request Dr. Kannan, sir? Can you respond, please?
Well, actually, I would actually recommend whether Jacqueline can answer to that, because I'm not much. I'm very much an academic guy, and so I'm not much involved in administration. But one of my colleague, Jacqueline, probably she can answer if she's around. Regarding the water problems, what Moran has mentioned about in Putrajaya, there are actually swamp areas where they are trying to filter through the reeds. This reed filtering is also practiced in Korea, which I have seen it. The Seoul stream has been beautifully actually cleaned by natural ways, by reeds and other things. And I was shown that at the end of the things, this unclean water can be drinkable, So there are ways with which, the vetiver and a whole lot of other things, could be actually implemented and used for that. Yeah, that would be my response.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kannan. And really, it's a presentation by Moran. It's a value addition to this webinar. Now it's a time for Dr. Lourdes, a gender activist. I think she has some points to add, please.
Nice presentation, Dr. Kannan and Vabri Velaina. Gandhiji firmly believed the soul of India lives in its villages. If the villages perish, then our country will perish. Like these type of webinars and awareness program, I'm sure we preserve our soul without further damage for our future generation. I congratulate the organizers for arranging such a wonderful program. As an academician, it's our responsibility to be with you. Dr. Kannan, I have a clarification, it's not a question. As a college or as an organization, is it possible to adopt a village, and is it possible to make it as a smart village?
Yes, sure. Actually, like what Vebri has shown is that, she's an airways person, but then because of her passion, she came into that. And so she has shown that in Indonesia, they actually converted a small village. But compared to that village, Indian villages have more population. But, if you do the proper, education, and then show them the techniques with which actually, like as I told you earlier, the cultural environmentalism is to take native knowledge. Okay, there's been all there. Only thing is we have forgotten. And so, if we could bring all those things, from elders and others, and then put into practice, we could easily convert. That is one of the hopes that Tamil Heritage Foundation with American College. Because American College has adapted few villages, and if we could implement some of these principles there and to see that whether it works, and probably Vebri could also help us out.
Yeah, Vebri also can respond because Dr. Lourdes had a question. The practice of making smart villages or creating smart villages. Since Vebri presented a different models from your region, if you have any suggestions, please share with Dr. Lourdes, please.
Yes, so my suggestion is number one, we have to find at least one person who has passion to create the smart village. So find the one person who willing to do anything. In this case, the person in my village is myself. So I do everything I can do to connect with all stakeholders and then try to find the funding. So I'm using the green wave method. So we have to collect all stakeholder and work together in one purpose, at least one purpose. And we have 3 purpose, right, mentioned before. And then probably you for the further explanation, you can contact me so I can explain further about the green wave method, because it's very useful for collecting all stakeholder and then to do the process, something like that. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
So we
thank
need
you,
that.
Vibri. It's a very responsible response. I think another person is on the line. Dr. Rugul, you can please unmute yourself, then you can raise your point, please. Next to Amin, we'll give a chance to Dr. S.K. Prakash. If Amin is not ready, we will request Mr. S.K. Prakash, please ask your question or clarification, suggestions.
I'm Prakash from the College, Chennai.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah. Actually, this is not a question. In fact, my observation is.
Dr. Prakash, can we see your face? If you are in video, we will see your face, because we are in Corona time. At least we can see you face to face.
I am on the way to my home from the college. Okay,
yes,
I can show my face, no problem.
Thank you. Please.
In fact, I have worked for some time on developing a model that is sustainable, integrated farm villages. I have worked on some of these, and I have put some of my work in some of my research in some research papers. So my point here is, why can't we, in a collaborative way, think of, say for India, this is a high time, because we are talking about the severity of the climate change. So this is the high time to implement this kind of circular economy, smart villages, sustainable integrated farming villages, and so on. So one point here is, why can't we give a suggestion to the government to take away all the Parambok lands, to convert it into agricultural, all this kind of villages. And today there is no dearth of data. So we have n number of data. We are today talking, in fact, we are talking about big data. So by using this data, as you said, we can plan for 1 acre how much of, say, in a particular area based on the population, how much of food is required, how much of air is required. So we can calculate very easily, and accordingly we can supply from these smart villages. It is possible one, and it's why can't we go ahead with mass planning system and use the data? We have a good number of data with all kind of population, kind of demographic factors. So can we go in a massive way, the government, take away some of the unused lands, put them into smart integrated farming villages, and then for each area we can we can go planning, as you said, we can for crop production, rice production, water. I think agricultural acts can be massively within the urban areas. So we need to divide urban and rural as such. It is all, and one more thing is coming up. Hydroponics. I think you know hydroponics in like in Singapore, terrace gardening. So we are 800 square. Square feet. There are people doing even saffrons.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Prakash. I think this is like a presentation. We will get to more input from you in future. Maybe because of time constraints, we are requesting participants to have a only one or two questions. Really, I must thank Dr. Prakash. Thank you. And we have one more person in the line, Mr. Velu Swami. Can we request Velu Swami, please unmute yourself. We can ask your question. Velu Swami, please. Yeah, you can speak. The feedback form is on the chat box. People who are interested, please use the feedback, and you can also receive certificate of participation from the organizing team. Yes, next person, Mr. Kali Muthu. Mr. Kali Muthu, please unmute yourself, then you can speak. There are many people.
Yes, thank you for giving for this opportunity.
Sure. Yes, Mr. Kali Muthu, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yeah.
Here, I didn't take any doubt. I want to just convey a suggestion about Vebri Viliana ma'am's explanation. Who understand the explanation. Number one, asking too many questions to ask. Vebri Viliana ma'am's explanation is like second type. Good presentation explanation, I didn't get any doubt. So I want to mark my word that that is a nice presentation and this is a nice webinar for me to help my studies.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a great. Maybe with the interest of our department, I must share this information to Dr. Kannan and Dr. Vebri Velina. The Mr. Kalimuthu is a product of Tamil medium, hailing from a remote village. He is able to contribute quality points in international webinar. That is the way we have to move. That's the best example of a sustainable and smart villages. That's why whether we have an answer for his question or not, whether we are able to execute his suggestion or not, but this is an illustration for international webinar on sustainable and smart villages. Thank you, Mr. Kalimuthu. Really great. Thank you. And we have I think we will spend one or two questions. I know Dr. Vivek is eagerly waiting for proposing vote of thanks. With the permission of Mr. Vivek, can we allow one or two people to interact? Now it's a time for Ms. Magalini. This Miss or Mr. Magalini, please. Yeah, Magalini, please, you can join.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Please.
Hello,
Please
sir.
introduce yourself for a larger audience, for benefit of larger audience. Please introduce yourself.
So this is Magalini. I just completed my undergraduate. I'm currently speaking from Chennai. First of all, Vebri Velina ma'am, my great congratulations to you because you are the beginner in your village and the cooperation of the entire village has shown your village to the entire world. And I thought of these ideas, and when I speak to my family, they say that they are utopian thoughts. It cannot be practical. And when I see an example like you, it's really unimaginable and it's inspiring too. And my question to Kannan sir, sir, are there any examples in India in the part of smart villages or eco-housing? Because we have a very huge population and we have very difference in urban and village setup. So eco-housing, due to the climate which we face, are there any examples or how can we expect this? Because with the help of the government, that's my question, sir.
Yeah. Actually, like the talks are there all around India. The people have been talking about it. There are in TV shows, people talk about this sustainability and things like that. But as you rightly mentioned, we haven't really started seriously on this one. And that's why me being pushed from Malaysia into India because of Corona, So I thought, like, while I'm staying here in India, I should do something, useful in my time. And then I have some real nice partners, like three engineers from Coimbatore has joined me now, and there are two other entrepreneurs, from Chennai and Madurai has joined me. And so with this team, now we are going to implement. Probably that would be the first smart village if we could ever create. And so I have visited the site, about 120 acres of land near Chengalpet in Attur, and that we plan to develop into smart villages. And the other one is on the foothills of Aragargoil. There we want to actually implement the eco housing, because that was basically a housing project. And so we says, like, don't be a energy savvy housing, like the concrete houses which we create, which is demanding energy. And so here we say, like, we'll bring in all recyclable, circular economy there, and so that nothing is wasted there. It's a zero waste concept. And so the investors have been interested in this one. And so actually this Sunday I'm going to visit the site, but I have seen videos of that. My engineers have visited there. And so if American College cooperates, we could implement, if Webri could visit us sometime in the future, we could implement some of her ideas into the villages in India. As Webri has rightly said, it is up to Dr. Raja to actually get some really, really passionate people, the die-hard fans of sustainability, and only those people can really, get in, and whatever sufferings they have, they will try to see that things actually speaking. Today, I also invited one from Medicia. Medicia is in Madurai. They have this small and business group, together. And Dr. Jagan Mogan is here. And he has also great plans, what we could do with the Poromboku land, which somebody has mentioned. And we have plans actually to make it green in Madurai area. And we need to identify the Poromboku land and then to see that what we could do about it. So there are a lot of things in plan now, but to answer Mahilini, but I have not seen actually any smart village as such, but we have smart organic farms, and they're all there. But an integrated village, including digital ideas, nobody has thought about it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kannan. It's a really a good response. When the student introduced herself as only just a undergraduate, but she has a very valuable question to be discussed for another 10 years. That kind of questions she has. Thank you, madam. Since we have a limited time, and I also promised to close the session around 4 o'clock, with the permission of speakers and the association partners, we will come to vote of thanks session. Before inviting Dr. Vivekanandan Muthuswamy to propose vote of thanks, it's a request to all the participants. The feedback form is in the chat box. Please send your feedback, and there is an email ID in the chat box also. Whatever suggestions, whatever clarifications, whatever remarks, if you want to share anything, please send. If you have a more valuable points, you can send it to us. On the basis of your suggestions, we will have more programs in future. Really, on behalf of American College, on behalf of my principal, Dr. Dawamani Christopher, on my department, economics department, and the economics army, we used to call economics army of American College. I must thank all people. The official vote of thanks by Mr. Vivekanand Muthuswamy. Now I request Mr. Vivekanandan, please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. And I am Vivekanandan, Programs and Technical Head, Tamil Heritage Foundation International. And I'm here to propose vote of thanks on the webinar organizing team, that is Postgraduate and Research Department of Economics, the American College, Madurai, India, and Tamil Heritage Foundation, Kadihai THFI Virtual Academy of Excellence. I thank Dr. M. Dawamani Christopher, Principal and Secretary, the American College, Madurai, for his inaugural address, and Dr. K. Subhashini, President, THFI Germany, Director, THFI Virtual Academy of Excellence, for giving his felicitations. Thank you, madam. And I especially thank guest speakers, Dr. N. Kannan, MD Smart Green Consultancy, Malaysia, and Ms. Webri Velina, founder and NGO Jakarta, Indonesia, for their valuable and meaningful green economics knowledge sharing. Special thanks to all participants and guests who actively involved in the webinar. I thank coordinator of this webinar along with me, Mr. Dr. K. Usha, faculty member and webinar organizing team. And I also thank for all joined in the interactive session and asked questions. Lastly, I also thank the convener, Dr. C. Muthuraja, PhD Head, PG and Research Department of Economics, the American College Madurai. Thank one and all, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe on behalf of American College, I must say a few words. So really, it's a wonderful program. Even though the name is Tamil Heritage Foundation International, but it must be go globally. That's why we plan. I think across language, across region, across different things, we reached the entire world. As per our information, nearly 20 plus countries delegates participated in the program. So really, I must thank Tamil Heritage Foundation, particularly Dr. Subhashini and Dr. Kannan and Dr. Vivek for their full support on behalf of American College. I must thank. In future program also, we will try to collaborate with the entire team, and special collaboration may be made with Dr. Webri in future programs, because Webri has more global input in terms of green economics. So once again, we must thank all the delegates, all the participants, all the leaders, and all the leaders of Tamil Heritage International Foundation. Thank you one and all. Dear participants, we will be on the line for a few more minutes. You can use your feedback form, and you can send whatever information you want to send it to us. That will help us to have a better program in future. Special thanks to speakers, Dr. Kannan and Dr. Webri. Thank you one and all. Thank you.